So you think Muslims are interested in living at peace
Yeah.
with the Jews and the Christians?
Yeah.
Where do you find this final objective? The Muslim gentleman here says the final objective of Islam is to live at peace with the Jews and the Christians. So he's going to find that from the Quran.
No, but you are referring to the Quran, but these verses
Please
are...
don't waste time, sir. Please find. Please. Where does it say live at peace with the
I
Jews and
haven't
the
studied
Christians?
this one. I haven't studied this one.
So
But
what have you studied? No, one second.
I'm explaining.
Sure.
I know what is your point, but the point is that each and every verse has some in the Quran has some background. But you haven't checked the background.
But
You are
did
just studying.
excuse
You are
me,
just
did,
studying
whoa,
translation. Yeah.
excuse me, sir. The question was simple.
Yeah.
What is Islam's? I didn't say anything to you. You are the only one who's making a case right now.
Yeah.
So you are telling me Islam's final objective in the UK is to live at peace with the Jews and the Christians. That's what you told me.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you to find that from the Quran. Now you are telling me I didn't say anything, my different. Please find
Brother, I know that. I know what you are talking about, but you have just given me
the Quran.
This is the Quran, but
Yes.
this is just the translation.
Also, you speak in Arabic?
No.
All right. Look at him.
You haven't studied the background, basically.
Look, I have studied
Do you
the
know
background,
tafsir?
but please,
Do you know tafsir?
yeah, look, I've studied background, front ground, side, every ground I've studied. That's why I'm asking you.
Everyone who is listening to me.
What's your
they
name,
should-
sir? Here.
Mohsin.
No, don't be focused on the camera. No one is recruiting you for Hollywood. I'm asking you a question. The question is simple. You are saying
I'm asking you.
no. Please don't.
Do you know how to explain the Quran?
Oh, lovely. I can explain all the Quran for you all day long. Please come to me. I'm an imam of the Quran, my dear friend. All 114 surahs, I can explain. I'll teach you, and then you'd become a double PhD in the Quran. That's how much I can teach you.
So-
In your masjid, did anyone teach you the Quran?
So you
In your
want-
masjid, did anyone teach you the Quran?
Yeah.
So you have learned the Quran. Please tell me.
Bro.
Where does it say live at peace with the Jews and the Christians? Please don't waste time. Please find.
This is not the situation. What I am trying to explain to you, that anyone who knows the tafsir will explain it to you.
Okay, please. Let me show you. Surah 9, ayat. This is a good simple example. Surah 9, ayat 33. Please. What does it say? Explain to me.
This one.
Yeah.
It is he who has sent his messenger with guidance and the religion of truth to manifest it all over all religion. Although they who associate others with Allah dislike it.
So read a bit loud. What does it say? What the surah says? The ayat says it is he who has sent his messenger with his guidance and the religion of truth to manifest it over all religion. Although they who associate others with Allah, like the Christians and the Jews, dislike it. Even when we dislike, they are supposed to impose Islam upon us.
They will
To
preach
tell me.
you. They will preach you. This is what he said. It is said.
So even though I don't like it,
After the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, a decisive turning point took place in early Islamic history, one that cannot be ignored. Before that moment, Muhammad was in a position of weakness, a minority, operating defensively and relying heavily on negotiation. But Hudaybiyah changed everything. It granted political legitimacy. Quraysh effectively recognized his movement as a rising force. From a historical perspective, this was not just a peace agreement. It was the formal validation of growing power. From that point forward, Islam was no longer merely a small spiritual movement. It had become a political entity poised for expansion. 2 years later, the conquest of Mecca confirmed that shift beyond any doubt. Mecca fell with minimal resistance, and the central religious hub of Arabia came under Islamic control. This was not merely a theological victory, it was a structural one. In that context, a verse like Surah 933 cannot be read as an abstract promise. It emerges precisely at a time when Islam already held territorial control, religious authority, and social dominance. So the claim to prevail over all religion does not arise from oppression, but from the early stages of real, observable dominance. This is the critical point. Surah 9 is not a reflection of patient endurance. It is a declaration from a position of power. Academically, this aligns with a well-known pattern in religious history. When power is gained, the language of the text shifts. It moves from survival to supremacy. So this verse is not merely projecting a future hope. It is providing theological justification for an expansion already in motion. In other words, the text is not separate from power. It is shaped by it. So when this verse is framed as simply truth peacefully prevailing, that framing ignores the historical reality. The truth is sharper than that. This verse emerges at the moment Islam had already secured political victory and was consolidating its dominance. This is not just faith spreading, it is a project of dominance, articulated in the language of revelation.
Yeah, I will preach you.
Preach,
you,
preach.
You can accept, you cannot accept. Yeah, this is your choice.
Did you understand the lunatical clarification there?
Where is the lunatical clarification? This is
If you
not
listen,
there.
if you listen, you'll understand. You know, this is where we need to stay focused on gaslighting. What is this guy saying? He is saying, as a Muslim, he will come and preach to me. That's what he's saying. Now, what he doesn't realize is preaching will work only if I like it, yeah? He preaches, I like it, and I say, you know what? Marvelous light, you know? I haven't seen this light anywhere in the world so far. Now suddenly, it shines bright upon the sky, and I like it, and I receive it. Yeah? That's how preaching works. But what does this ayat say? This ayat says, He it is who has sent his messenger with guidance and the religion of truth to manifest it over all religion, although they who associate others with Allah dislike it. So if I don't like it, how will you enforce Islam upon me? Please describe that situation, please. Thank you.
Bro. there is
Don't
no-
do, bro. Explain. I don't like Islam. How are you going to make me enforce Islam upon me? Please clarify.
Who told you that I am enforcing upon you Islam? And
You
what does
clearly
that
at this
mean
rate
by
won't
Islam?
enforce anything.
Who are you
I'm
to-
asking
to
you.
give some benefit to
Excuse
Islam?
me, sir. Listen, please. What's your
No.
name? What did you say your name? Mohsen?
Yeah, this is the second time I'm.
Sure.
My name is not the issue in question.
No, your name clearly isn't
My
the
name
issue.
is not the issue.
But don't dance, please. Your name isn't the
And
issue.
then what you are doing?
Sure.
Looking. This
Thank
is
you.
not. This is just preaching.
Sure. Which way did you come? This way? Please.
No, this way.
Please. Make your way
I
back.
will not
Reverse.
agree with you.
Yeah,
At
sure.
any point.
Sure. Thank you very much. Now, we almost wasted 5 minutes there. Any other Muslim? Please laugh harder. Oh, no, any other, I said. Do you understand the word other? You clearly were clueless. Any other Muslim, my dear friends? Any other Muslim who is able to step forward and help me understand how Islam can be forced upon me or put upon me when I don't like it? Please clarify how that would happen.
Academically speaking, if you claim that the ultimate goal is peaceful coexistence, then that claim must be backed by clear and consistent textual evidence. The problem is, the Quran never explicitly states that equal coexistence is the final objective. What we actually find are verses from the later Medinan phase that speak in terms of supremacy, not mere coexistence. From the outset, then, this claim is already weak because it lacks a firm textual foundation as an ultimate goal. Historically, there is indeed an early phase that appears more pluralistic, such as, to you your religion, and to me mine. But this belongs to the Meccan period, when Muhammad's position was still weak. In religious historiography, this is often described as a defensive phase. Language of tolerance tends to emerge when a movement lacks power. However, once we enter the Medinan period, especially toward the end of Muhammad's life, the tone of the text shifts significantly. Surah 9 is not just a change in tone, it represents a paradigm shift from survival to dominance. Surah 9:33 stands as the clearest example. This verse does not speak about living peacefully side by side, but about making Islam prevail over all religions. When read alongside surrounding verses, such as 9:29, a clear pattern emerges. Not pluralism, but hierarchy, where other religions are placed under Islamic authority. In classical tafsir, this was not interpreted symbolically, but as a concrete reality, legal, social, and political dominance. This is not merely faith prevailing morally, but a system that asserts supremacy in real-world structures. The conclusion is sharp. The claim that Islam ultimately teaches equal peaceful coexistence with all religions does not align with its textual and historical development. What we actually see is a pattern of progression, from temporary tolerance to enduring supremacy as power increases.